My name's Candace Walton, and I go by CM. And I'm a mom of 5 kids. I have 3 kids that are teenagers. And surprise, surprise, 11 years later, I had another baby. I gave birth to her in November. She is just a wonderful baby. She was born perfectly healthy. About a week and a half later is when I first started having issues with my health. Then Saturday we had a whole bunch of family in town. That evening, after they all left, I took a bath, and while I was in the tub, I started having chest pain again, and it was significant. I got out of the tub and I thought, if I just sit down still, maybe it'll go away. And my husband came in and found me, and he said, I think we need to go to the emergency room. And I said, well, I don't know. He said, well, I do. We need to go. And we got to the hospital, to Hillcrest South. They were going to take me to get a CT scan. They were putting me on the table, and then after that, I remember nothing. What they tell me is that I had a cardiac arrest at that point, and my heart stopped, and they had to revive me.
At that point, we didn't really know whether it was a pulmonary embolism. So let's just go ahead and get a scan on her real quick. So I remember standing over the technologist's shoulder and looking at the computer screen and watching each image slice through, and I quickly realized she did not have a pulmonary embolism. There was something else major going on. And so we immediately rushed her over to the cath lab, where we realized she had, in my mind, what's one of the worst case scenarios after someone's given birth is she had a spontaneous rupture and dissection of her major artery.
She's very sick and her heart stopped, but we're trying to help her. At that point, I realized how bad it was, and then I'm automatically thinking at that point, the absolute very worst.
SCAD's one of those unfortunate, well-known complications of pregnancy. It's one of those random, just lightning strike events. In her situation, it was the left main artery, which is the worst case scenario. Somehow, miraculously, I got a wire down. We put a imaging camera down the artery. We're able to see where the artery was good and healthy and where it wasn't. And I just started putting stents in. We were able to get everything opened back up and flowing normally. We put a pump inside of her to kind of support her, and then we ended up moving her to Hillcrest, Maine.
I woke up the next morning with everyone staring at me, and I had no clue what had happened, and they told me.
I've never seen a case like it. I've been doing this for 12, 13 years now. I hope to never see one again, but I'm really glad she had such a great outcome.
Probably 2.5, 3 months later, I started cardiac rehab, and that program has been wonderful. I love all the people there, and they're very encouraging. It's made me so confident in what I can do at home, because I'm walking every day at home now. The doctors and nurses, and even some of the ones that came to visit me that took care of me in the emergency room, they came back to see me, and they were amazed. And even a couple of them started tearing up because they couldn't believe how well I was doing. I'm so thankful for them. I'm so thankful, and I feel like they should all be so proud of what they do. They save lives, and it's not a little thing.
Seeing her with their daughter, it's a big deal. We don't always get to see that. You think about people that you've lost over the years, and it makes you sad, and you don't always think about all the ones you saved. And when you see a baby that gets to be around mom, it's a cool thing.